Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whichever. It's slightly windy out here, so I do hope that you can hear me. But for today's video, we're going back to the basics, back to the original park, nature walk, nature hike, etc. sort of content that I started when I kind of originally meant to focus on this channel. And today we're going to an interesting little place in Palm Harbor, Florida. It's called Wall Spring Park, and some of the surrounding areas as well. Now, I didn't really plan it out too much. Usually when I do these kind of things, I just look for a nearby park or nature preserve that I haven't been to yet, and I go and scope it out. But I found a couple interesting things at Wall Spring that I hope you'll find interesting as well. And of course, geocaches. Spoiler alert, 1 out of 3 success today, 1.5 out of 3. You'll see on the video itself. But regardless, I do hope you enjoy it, and I do look forward to showing you all the beautiful sights at Wall Spring Park. So let's go check it out. So apparently there's a lot of history to this park, which I wasn't too familiar with. Looks like Wall Springs was sold back in 1949. And it did host a whole lot of different events as well, closing the spring in 1966 to the public. Of course, you could still visit it, but as you can see in this photograph, it used to be a lot more active and you used to actually be able to go into the water itself. There's the springs over there in that circular area. There's a very interesting feature inside the circular well itself, which I'll look at in a minute. We got a gentleman over there on the phone and I don't want to disturb him. Look at this guy, he's cool looking. Hey buddy, good afternoon. Some beautiful fish out here. This gorgeous, gorgeous area out here in Palm Harbor. Very pretty. I actually did come out here to Wall Springs looking, of course, for geocaches. Turns out there's actually aren't any in this park itself, which is unfortunate. The ones I saw on the map are a little further north at another off turn apparently near a Girl Scouts camp. So we'll see how accessible that is. But I figured as long as I was here, might as well do some looking around. And of course, it turns out that it's a very beautiful natural landscape with a bit of history behind it, with the springs on the other side of those boardwalks over there that we were just looking at. So, you know, happy accidents. Sometimes you make a literal wrong turn, go off the beaten path, and you find a beautiful place like this. So while we're here, let's take a little bit of a look around. There's an observation tower apparently at the end of this trail, so we're going to check that out, and then we'll see if I have both the time and the energy not sapped from the sun. I'll see if I can head further north and look for those caches. But for now, let's continue further into Wall Springs and see what else we can witness. Just taking a break from the trail here. Got my awesome book here, Verses for the Dead by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child, one of their many Agent Pendergast novels. So if you do like mystery novels with a supernatural slant, I definitely recommend checking out any of their books, or especially the Agent Pendergast series. And I showed you a minute ago because I couldn't believe it exists. This boy right here, the Big Cheez-It Crunch Wrap. And I'm not going to show you the interior any further, but I gotta wonder, where the heck's the Cheez-It? They show on the picture that there's that big ol' Cheez-It inside. Here, let's get a beautiful scope of the landscape while I describe this abomination. And I can barely see or taste anything resembling a Cheez-It, but you know what? I'm still gonna go back and get more Taco Bell. It's my guilty pleasure. While I sit here and rest and look at this beautiful angelfish sculpture on the bench right there too. What a very unique occasion right now. Eating my greasy Taco Bell amidst all this beautiful nature. We'll be back onto the trails in a minute and see what else we can find. Can't help but wonder what happened to this bench, this beautiful sculpture. It looks like it was in the shape of a fish. Got all mangled up. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's supposed to look like a fish's tail. That's why they have this part right here. Ah, yes. Observation. Just wanted to showcase this beautiful grove of trees. And we're going to be heading just a little further north. Observation tower should be very close by, so we'll see what we can see from there. Well, lo and behold, the observation tower. Looking like an MCS structure, or something that Arthur Criticus would have built in 13 Ghosts. I can't believe I remember that character's name. I've seen that movie too often. But anyways, it's a lot more complex looking than I imagined. Let's go ahead and find our way to the tippy top here. This lovely rose imprinting on the board here. But we have made it to the top of the Kimberly Fuller Memorial Observation Tower. Look at this gorgeous view. Ladies and gentlemen and friends, this is known as the Boggy Bayou, which is an offshoot of the Gulf of Mexico way there in the distance, which means indirectly through various channels that this would have formed with the Atlantic Ocean, eventually spilling out here into this little wilderness area. It's a beautiful view from up here. I'm glad I made the short trek, very short walk from the parking lot out here. Look at this tree right here. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. See on this branch right here in the dead center, you can barely see it. There's a pair of beads hanging from there, which reminds me of the trees they have at Universal Studios, where after the Mardi Gras celebration, people will take their beads and just chuck them into the tree. I don't know if that's good for the tree, but it's kind of a fun little ritual if you're leaving the park. Regardless, I hope you do enjoy this beautiful view of Boggy Bayou, and from here I'm gonna go ahead and head back and try to see if I could head north further to those geocaches, which I imagine would be probably where those white roofs are. A little too far to walk, so I'm gonna have to hop in the car and drive there. Stay tuned. And my friends, I do indeed hope that you have a good day as well. Thank you very much. Random marker on this post. Thank you. And unless I'd be remiss to mention it, it's also a damn warm day today. Mid-90s, so if you hear me breathing heavy, that's because the sun's beating down on me. We were supposed to get about 5 days worth of rain, which we did need currently. And consummate to Florida, unpredictable weather, we got approximately 1 day of rain and settling right back into this heat. You can definitely tell that it's pretty dry out here because it smells like old dead pine. Go ahead and go up to the screen wherever you're looking and give it a scratch. The scratch and sniff should show you exactly what I'm smelling. No? All right, go ahead and try again. One more time. Get that sweet spot right over there on the right-hand side. No? Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, mine's working fine. You might want to get your scratch and sniff smell-o-vision receptor tested because it's working okay over here, and I hate for you to miss out on any of the amazing smells out here while I bake under the sun amidst old, dry growth. Yay. On here, something else I wanted to show earlier, but there were people milling about and I didn't want to disturb them with my out loud narration. But check out this plaque right here. It's showing you that these springs originally did belong to the Wall family, hence the name Wall Spring Park. Sold to Mr. Harry Davis in the 1920s, and he did use a clever publicity gimmick for the entrepreneur marketer, claiming that Ponce de Leon saw the silhouette of his wife inside the springs itself. And that's currently where I am right now. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure after almost an entire century of shifting about, oh my God, it's been almost a century since the 1920s. I think that the formation might have shifted a little bit. If you look at it, you can get a sense of pareidolia where it looks kind of like a person's face, but not so much as what might be a doctored photograph to promote the springs themselves. Still pretty interesting though. And if you squint, you might be able to make out that formation in the hole there. Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to try for this next geocache. I'm still at Wall Springs Park, just at a different offshoot of it, about a half-mile north of my last location. Now this geocache, I'll try to throw up the instructions on the screen here so you guys can kind of compare it with me. But I do like caches like this, that instead of just posting straight up where you need to go, it makes it kind of like a treasure hunt. So it gives you instructions on where to go. And as you can see, if you, I don't know how small the text will be on the screen, picture-in-picture, but it does say to head past where the asphalt and the concrete ends, past the 3 yellow posts, which I'm passing right now, and go to the fork in the road. Now in a minute here, I'm gonna turn the camera off because I need to pull up my compass and get some readings on that. But that should lead me to a grove of oak trees, which is where I will want to search for my current destination. So stand by and we'll see if I have any luck finding it. Okay, so my next instructions were to bear 150 degrees south, which would have been left at that fork in the road, and look for the clump of oak trees, which is right here. And let's dive a little deeper in here, and I think I potentially see something interesting. Let's get a little closer. Oh my, what have we here? There you are, my friend. Come on out. Let's see. Oh, nice camera view. Very nice. All right, let's bring it off to the side and take a peek inside. See what we got. This one startled me at first. I was like, oh, of course, there's a bug in there. No, it's a nice little fake one. But we got a cool little ducky. I'm gonna take that with me. He's cute. And look, a friendship bracelet. What does it say? Grazie. That's nice. I'll leave that behind now. But this is one that I don't find too often, called a letterbox. So a letterbox is a little bit different because you have a stamp that you can use on the ink pad and put your signature there. So I can sign that and the geocache box. Let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. There we go. Yeah, it's making my mark right there. Let's go ahead and add my name to it. Get my geocache name, which also happens to be my Twitter handle. Go follow. Get a bag roll away here. Come back. There we go. It is the 12th of June. And there we go. Logged and stamped. A very successful find. Nice. I found this inside the geocache, actually. I'm not going to take it home, but there's an opportunity for a joke. And, should I say it? Nah, I think you know what I'm thinking. I'll let you fill in with yourselves. Hello, everybody. Let's do an intro video today while we're moving about. There's going to be a little jostling and jiggling here, so I apologize for that. We're actually at Wall Springs Park in Palm Harbor, a beautiful natural environment with a bit of history behind it, so keep an eye out for some of that I'm going to be showcasing in the video. But I'm actually doing a bit of a geocache run today as well. As per usual, I probably won't have time to find every cache that I'm looking for, and I say because I won't have time. I don't like to get too personal on this channel, so I won't be doing like any home vlogs or anything like that, but just a quick bit of personal info that today is the very last day before I begin my new job. So I thought I would take my last advantage of a day where I'm not working on the 9 to 5 clock to take a little walk out here in nature a bit. But Amanda and I are planning on spending the night out, a little bit of a date night, dinner and movie sort of thing, to kind of celebrate one last night before I resume the workforce. So that's why I want to get home pretty soon, so I'll have time to, as you can see, get gussied up a little bit, clean myself off, make myself presentable for my wife. But so I don't think I'll necessarily have time to find all the caches, but we'll see of the 3 that I'm looking for today, how many I can find. So without further ado, let's head over to a different section of Wall Springs Park first, and then we'll head towards where the caches are. Let's go take a look. Well, I did find the next cache, but see, here's the problem with this one. The hint says, try not to be too shocked when you find it. So I'm guessing, power box, it's gonna be at the foot of it or in the grass over here nearby. Yeah, just on a lark, I decided to take a peek, and there's something interesting right here. You can kind of see if you can make that out. That blue and white capsule right there, you can see where it says G-E-O-C. That's the geocache right there. See it? Now here's the problem though. This sucker's locked up. So I don't know if park ranger or someone came by and locked it up after they hit the cache, but that sucker's inaccessible. I don't know if it's the best place to hide a cache. It can jostle a little bit, but I'm not gonna be able to get it out. And I don't want to mess with an electric box either. So I guess technically that's a find. Testing. Hello there. Just want to test because my last video cut off very abruptly because my phone decided to overheat in this, let's see, 92-degree weather. It seems a lot harder than that. And I apologize for the close-up of my bad teeth there a second ago. But anyways, I decided that if my phone decides to overheat, that's probably a good sign that it's going to be a little too hot for me to be carrying on. that, and I gotta get home too, so we're gonna call it there. 2 out of 3 geocaches, well, 1.5, because you saw that last one was inaccessible, which was unfortunate. I'll go on the geocache app and like leave a note telling the hider, hey, this one you can't get into unless you're willing to potentially commit a crime and break open an electric lockbox, or maybe electrocute yourself. I don't know. But that's going to do it for now. I do hope you enjoyed our brief look at Wall Springs Park. Beautiful park. If you're ever out here in Palm Harbor, recommend to come check it out. Oh, it's hot out here. But anyways, my phone's overheating and I'm starting to overheat, and we're going to call it quits. That's why we're doing the outro from inside the air-conditioned car instead of out in the heat right now. So thank you so much for going on another nature walk with me, and we'll find some more in the future. But until next time, we'll see you. Thank you so much for traveling with me, guys. Take care. Well, that sure is a sight to see on my lunch break. How you doing, buddy? You leave that bird alone, okay? All right. You have a good afternoon.
We're not going to do anything to hurt your babies.
Little duckling.
I will jump in front of a bus for those babies. I'll back up. I just wanted to admire your babies. They're so cute. Do you want to get out this way? I will stand in the way.
Where are they? There they go.
Here you go.